Hello, hello, and welcome back to Cribs of the Corn podcast. I am joined by two amazing people, Kim and Jess. I've known Jess for a while. Today is my first face-to-face with Kim. But you guys have an amazing event, and that's kind of what's brought us all together for this night. I know, Kim, sorry, literally just got in as we were going live, so it was kind of a rush. No, it's not you. It just is like once it starts going, it starts rolling. But I want to thank you guys for coming on. It's going to be a fun night.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for having us on.
Oh, It's my pleasure. Believe me.
I'm so excited to hear the winner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we ran a vote, or a poll, and just so everybody knows, real quick, we will be talking about the event later for all the people that are right now in here and all the people that will join here in a little bit. If anybody has questions about the event, please, comment, and we'll get to them here in a little bit. You can go ahead and comment them whenever. We just won't read them in the middle of talking. But yeah, so we ran a vote. We ran a poll. You guys graciously asked us to come down and speak. By the way, very honored. We're very honored. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, so are we. We're so glad you can make it.
But I think we had around 350 people vote.
Wow.
Awesome. That's great.
And the one that won pretty dramatically.
I got to hear it.
Yeah.
So a little presentation will pop up because what we're going to do is the whole presentation has a whole bunch of custom art. We paid several different artists to kind of do so, and it's all different styles. But this one is a listener. She may be in here, but Daphne, a longtime listener, she's an artist and stuff like that. So we're actually signing prints of her piece about this cryptid that she did for us.
Good.
Awesome.
So if you guys are ready, we'll announce it.
Yeah.
Ready.
So here's the presentation. I hope you guys can see it. I've never done this part of this before.
Looks good.
Yeah, let's see if I misspelled anything. This creature won with over 40% of the total votes, and there was 5 creatures in the vote. So that was a pretty dramatic chunk of the vote. Drum roll. I wish I had the button for it.
Oh my gosh, awesome.
Wow.
The Arkansas Giant Killer Centipede won.
Wow.
Awesome. Wow.
So it's a really cool one. We pushed it a little bit. We talked about it. So there's 4 real cool stories. We've already worked on the presentation a little bit because about a week ago it was pretty clear who was winning. And once again, this art was done by Daphne for the presentation. So this is a custom piece.
Yeah, that's amazing.
This will be
We
have basically 4 encounters that we're going to be focusing on, and then a little bit of biology at the end. Kim, we haven't had the pleasure of talking. But Jess knows I was a biologist and before I hurt myself a couple years ago. So we like to kind of feature the biology with the paranormal.
Okay.
So that's going to be a tail end of the chunk of the presentation.
Cool.
So we try to do supernatural science.
We love it.
Yeah. So Arkansas Giant Killer Centipede won. Thank you, Daphne. I don't know if you're in here yet.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
But we have several other artists that are working on art for the presentation too. The stories range from, I think our first one is like 1860.
Wow.
So it's been around for a while, at least as far as reports. And we just had another sighting in 2019.
Oh, dang.
So he hasn't gone anywhere. But it's a very small area of the country. So Daphne's in here. Thank you, Daphne. And then Daphne so this print is only for this conference.
Nice.
So we just got 50 of them. When they're gone, they're gone. That's it.
Wow.
But we want to do something special for the conference that way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Great job, Daphne.
Thank you, Daphne.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she said she was very happy to do the art for us. There she is at the bottom.
So I had never heard of the centipede before. So when I saw it on the questionnaire, I was like, I had to look into it, and I read the one about the hunter.
Yeah.
With the deer.
Yep. So that's that drawing. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so then we have 4 stories we're focusing on, and then talking about some ancient species of centipede that may make the Arkansas giant centipede look a little small. So centipedes have gotten very large in the past. So that's not a shock. And then some of the big ones are live today. But it's gonna be so much fun. Once again, thank you guys.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
just thrilled to have you guys.
And we can't wait. So we're leaving Thursday night. It's about 10 hours for us, somewhere there. So we'll be there, and we always sightsee and stuff like that. We always
Yeah.
up the way down. But now I want to turn it over to you guys. First, I'd like you to kind of explain who you are, about your individual businesses, and then we'll get into the event. If that sounds fair to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works.
Who wants to go first?
Jess,
Sure.
I'll go first. Okay.
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Okay.
You go.
So I moved to North Carolina from Oregon. So I've lived in Oregon most of my life. When I lived there, I did a lot of Bigfoot shows, a lot of alien shows. I'm a ceramic artist, and I draw, so I make my own t-shirts, and moved out here to North Carolina, and still have my same business. It's Elusive Hair. You can find it at elusivehair.com. When I moved out here, I didn't see many festivals, at least in my area, but I went up to a festival that Jessica was at, and that's where I met Jessica. It was at a Bigfoot festival. And I was telling her that we needed to do something down here near the Auroras because nobody's done anything near the Auroras. And there's been a lot of paranormal activity in the Auroras, a lot of Bigfoot sightings, and she was on board, and we came home, and that's what we did. We started EncounterQuest.
Yeah.
I'm super excited, and we'll talk about EncounterQuest a little bit, but I think you guys, the extra stuff you're doing, I think you're hitting on a market that hasn't been really tapped for that kind of stuff with a conference. Because you got all these people in this area to do stuff.
Yeah.
And the conference is that's most conferences are like 10 to 6 or whatever, then that little time frame, but you're there for the weekend. You guys got something special on Friday night, and it's just so, but yeah. So thank you, Kim. I can't wait to get some kind of artwork for the wall. It's hard to tell. This studio is full of art. The only wall that's empty is the one behind me. And I don't know why we did it that way. But we're actually getting ready to move into a new studio, an actual building and stuff like that.
Wow.
So I'll be having a lot more room for a lot of stuff.
That's awesome.
Great.
And then Jess, would you like to go and explain about who you are and who your business is?
Sure. I'm Jessica. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, originally born and raised. I now live in the Shenandoah Valley, in the mountains. I was a pharmacist, but I wanted to get out of it. And my brother and I started a business. It's called Broken Branch Designs, but our slogan is Everything Sasquatch. And so we of course have been doing a lot of Bigfoot events, and that's where I met y'all. We met a ton of amazing people, and it's been a lot of fun going the events are just awesome. And it was great meeting Kim because I had wanted to do an event, and then with talking to her, and we just kind of hit it off, and we decided, let's do an event together. So that's what we're doing.
It's gonna be so good. And speaking to that's why I love conferences too, is you meet all these cool people. And Kim, I cannot wait to actually physically meet you in person.
Same to you, Justin.
But conferences are great for that kind of aspect because, first off, nobody's really going to make fun of you for liking this stuff.
Right.
Everybody, if you paid to get in, you're probably not just a hater of the stuff. It's like a safe place.
Yeah.
I think we met Jess at the shuffleboard court at Ohio Bigfoot.
Yeah.
We came up. I literally had an open jar of moonshine. Just my big old straw hat, just drinking it out, just talking to him.
I'm with my mom and dad.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. That me and Jay bought the same shirt from Jess separately.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and it's actually the closet hanger is her octopus fighting Sasquatch. I had her get me a shower curtain that I turned into our closet door.
Oh, that's awesome.
To the studio.
Perfect.
I know. I keep pointing at stuff that nobody can see. But yeah, so EncounterQuest, it's gonna be awesome.
Mhm.
And autocorrect has killed me on EncounterQuest like 9 times because I first off I can't write, so I need autocorrect, but it kept spacing it out. I think when we first did the poll, Jess was like, "Yeah, it's separated." I'm like, "It keeps doing it," and I didn't notice.
Oh yeah, EncounterQuest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I kept separating it. But it's gonna be awesome. So if you guys are, I don't know how you really want to do this, but if we want to just kind of start with a layout of the event, like what's Friday night, the speaker lineup, and then if you want to talk about any certain vendors or anything like that, because I don't know anything about who you got. I know a few from people that we all know through vending and stuff like that. But anybody you want to talk about, I'm excited too.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll start off and just say some stuff. So, Saturday, I'll start with Saturday though, and then we'll go back to Friday. Okay. So Saturday is from 9 to 6. That's when you can start shopping the vendors at 9. At 10 o'clock, that's when the speakers start. But when you come up into the parking lot, you'll see the food vendors, you'll see other vendors. They'll be on the right side of the parking lot. And then you're going to see this huge 13-foot, it's an inflatable Bigfoot. That's going to be right there at the top of the steps as you're going into EncounterQuest. Mm-hmm. And you're going to be greeted with music. But it's not only music, it's a guitar. It's not just a guitar. It's a Bigfoot playing a guitar.
That's awesome.
So he'll be doing that from like 9 to 4, which will be a lot of fun. Yeah. Of course, you can get your picture taken with him and with the 13-foot Bigfoot. So we'll be giving away like free kids goodie bags to like the first 75 or 100 kids. We'll have face painting. We'll do a coloring contest. We'll also have another person dressed up as Bigfoot and an MIB, which would be really
that's cool. Gonna be awesome.
Yeah, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We'll have vendors in the lobby. So like when you first come in, it'll be like the lobby. And then we'll also have vendors in the hallway and also in a vendor banquet room.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask about, kind of like the setup.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of like 3 spots because you have, how many vendors do you guys got in total? I've seen a ton of interest.
I don't have a total.
A lot.
From a lot.
Yeah. It's a good amount. Yeah. Yep.
That says another little side story. Cryptid's a Corn, we're famous for side tangents out of nowhere. I think it was at Crypticon, Jess, you told me about EncounterQuest.
Yeah.
And I had actually almost reached out. I had the email written up because I didn't know who was running it. I had no idea. And I seen it from like, I can't remember what Facebook page.
Oh, yeah, that was at Salem at Cryptid HQ.
It was at Salem.
Event.
It was.
Yeah.
You were 100% right. And I'm like, that's a really far
drive.
And we're kind of weighing it out.
September. Yeah.
And then Jess like, we're part of running it. I'm like, oh yeah, we'll be there then. It makes a difference if I know who's running the event. The 10 hours is a lot easier to eat.
Sure.
And that was, it's less risky, I guess,
Yeah.
That nobody's going to pull out the rug and there's not going to be an event when you get down there.
Right.
We had one, I won't ever mention days. There was kind of an event like that happened in Michigan.
Oh, gosh.
That half the party left. Like, not like they didn't show up.
Oh,
and you're just like, we blocked the whole weekend for this. But no, it's just
too bad.
Yeah.
But super excited. So you guys got a lot of big names for speakers.
Oh yeah.
And then some little ones, we're on that little side, but would you like to talk about who you guys got?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that, Kim? Or
you're more of the expert on the please.
Yeah. So we have Kenny Irish, the cryptopunkologist. He'll be there speaking about Dogman.
Love the Mohawk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I can't believe we've never had Kenny on the show, and we've almost scheduled it like several times.
Yeah.
It's always one of those, and we see him constantly at events. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah.
I have all of his books right over there.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's weird. We've never had him on the show. We've had Lyle on the show and stuff like that, and Lyle and Kenny are real good buddies.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kenny's super awesome.
Yeah.
And so he's talking about, you said Dogman.
Dogman, yeah.
Right.
Any in particular area of Dogman, or just kind of is that the overall umbrella?
That's the overall umbrella.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's actually been I think it was on the here recently there were like I think it was 5 Dogman sightings in North Carolina. Like, and I'm thinking it was like January. It's been very recent. So I'm so glad that he's going to be talking about Dogman because it's a perfect time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll have the Squatch Watchers.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be there. They'll also be emceeing the event, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And Ron Moorhead, he'll be talking about the quantum Bigfoot, and also his Sierra Sounds. And,
Ron's awesome.
Oh gosh, yeah. He's a godfather.
I mean, and he's super, such a nice guy.
Yeah.
We were at Bigfoot and Brews with him in September. It was September. We had 3 events in September last year, and it was like a smaller event. It was, so it was like 200 people total.
Mm-hmm.
So you got, and we just sat and had a beer, talked to her.
That's awesome.
That's Ron.
Sorry, my bad wife. Yeah, that's Ron. The knowledge he has, people, the Sierra Sounds are crazy. We've done several episodes on the Sierra Sounds. They still, and then I know who you're leading up to after Ron, but they still have done so many vocal analysis stuff on them.
Yeah. That,
they're 100% real, or at least they're organic in nature, and they weren't made by a human.
Right.
And, it's just something that's always fascinated me. And then having him there, he's the godfather, the 4 or 5 people that probably started Bigfoot culture in the last, 70 years. He's one of the 4.
Yeah, absolutely. And then to have Scott Nelson.
Yep.
Our Scott Nelson, who he's the cryptolinguist who studied the Sierra Sounds. So he's going to be speaking right after Ron. So to be able to add him was mind blowing.
Yes.
I know when you told me that, I was like, I was geeking out. I'm so excited because to have them both in the same room is one thing,
Right.
Yeah.
I can't remember seeing that ever. Yeah. I'm sure it's happened before. I just can't think of an event where I've been to plenty of events with Ron. I've never been in an event with him. So it's going to be, that's really exciting to have them paired together like that.
Definitely. Definitely.
Don't think you're going to have many empty seats for the, those couple hours.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. Then after Scott, we'll have Daryl, the alien hunter, Daryl Sims. He'll be speaking. That'll be very interesting. I recently watched one of his videos that he has out, and it was amazing, eye-opening.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Because he doesn't do many East Coast conferences, does he? Not
that I know of.
I think that's
so. He's the ones I've seen and that we've talked to him about, they're mainly on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Roswell,
if not in other countries.
Yes.
Oh gosh, yeah, you're right.
All around the world speaking.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a pretty good opportunity for anybody on the East Coast to actually get into the room with him.
Correct.
And then maybe something a little extra, which I'm sure we'll talk about here in a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
Like he has a personal exhibit at Roswell Museum. I mean, that tells you right there how huge he is in the alien world.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to bring part of Roswell to here is going to be really amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see like the implants and stuff. Like that's going to be wild.
It makes my skin crawl,
but
I'm excited to be there for that experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
So I'll wait to say, I got another story, but I'll save it.
Okay.
Sorry, Kim. You're getting a full dose of Justin. I'm back.
Well, and then after Daryl comes y'all, the Cryptids of the
Ooh.
Corn. Yeah.
The Arkansas Giant Killer Centipede.
Yes.
So sorry,
Yeah.
everybody, you're getting a biology lesson whether you like it or not. We always
That's
trick
great.
people into learning something. Talk about
That's
blood and
good.
gore, and then it's like Scolopedra gigantea. Just about a scientific name.
Wow.
But
That's
no,
a
it's
mouthful.
yeah. It means, what does it mean? It means fast firefoot.
Oh,
That's the everybody that comes to conference will know what that means.
okay. Yeah.
But it's nothing you want to be around.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah, I don't
sound
want to see a huge centipede
I don't want. I'm
anywhere.
already afraid of little centipedes.
Right?
I don't want to
And-
see one.
Yeah, so that's going to be super exciting. That's a heck of a lineup, and I'm so excited for
Yeah.
Ron and him, because that's and Daryl Sims and all Kenny. They're always Kenny's great, but you guys got a really big lineup.
Mhm.
Thank you.
It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Dogman, Bigfoot, Arkansas Giant Killer Centipede, aliens.
Mhm.
So that's what's going to be exciting, because we
Yeah.
got a lot of Bigfoot conferences, which is
Yeah.
fine, but you do one Bigfoot conference, and you do another Bigfoot conference, and you do it. It really is. It's the same
Mhm.
flavor repeatedly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm super excited about EncounterQuest, having all the encounter is the focus in
Mhm.
to be any of it.
Right.
That's going
right.
to be really exciting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then before we move on to the other thing, you guys are having food trucks and stuff like that at the
Mhm.
event,
Yeah.
Right.
because that's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what. And so we just did Frogman Festival this past weekend, and it was a great event. Craig Cartography put it on. The only complaint that people had was there was no food besides the building, and you had to walk all the way across Great Wolf Lodge. If anybody hasn't been there, it's humongous.
Is it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, cut out. It's like
That's
3 or 4 Walmarts long
Yeah.
long
Oh,
to get
wow.
So
Yeah.
it's an indoor water park, in a bowling alley, in a
Mhm.
movie theater, in a
Wow.
giant hotel, and a conference center.
Mhm.
It's so, but besides that, it was such an amazing event. So that makes me happy that you're going to have food, because
Yeah.
I like food.
Don't we all?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but do you have any idea who that is yet? Do you have any names you can share, or what types of food maybe?
Yeah, we have the Taco Factory. It's
That's one of them.
amazing food.
Oh,
And they
amazing.
sponsored the event,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So shout out to the Taco Factory.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
And we'll have the log cabin. They're gonna have breakfast items. They'll have hamburgers, hot dogs, barbecue, wings and fries.
Mhm.
And then the Kid and Me, they're gonna have funnel cakes, slushies, and ice cream, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome. So a
Yeah.
good
We also
variety
have
of
a
stuff.
coffee vendor.
There
Yep.
we go.
Because I think every conference needs a coffee vendor.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
as a vendor, I'm always looking for coffee and upset because halfway through I'm exhausted and I need coffee.
Yeah.
So when we got this coffee vendor, we were just thrilled. And they're from where? Georgia?
Yeah,
where they're
from
coming from?
Savannah.
From Georgia.
They're coming all the way from Georgia.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So their Paranormal Society of Savannah owns Haunted Grounds Coffee.
Okay.
And, yeah,
Mhm.
and they're going to be our coffee vendors, and they're going to
I will
have
definitely be
oh
using
my
their
gosh.
services.
Their coffee looks freaking amazing.
Amazing.
I can't
Yeah.
wait. I'm happy about a coffee.
It's like
you know-
Starbucks times 10.
Yeah.
We all like to celebrate a little bit before an event, the night
Mhm.
before, so you can come
Yeah.
in feeling a little groggy after. Coffee's a groggy.
Yeah.
Wake you up.
Oh gosh, yeah. But that's awesome.
Mhm.
And then, do you have any vendors or anybody you want to shout out? Like any of the top, off the top of your mind or anything like that?
Well, definitely our sponsors.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The Taco
Please go through them if you
Factory.
want.
Taco Factory, yeah.
Yeah, Taco Factory, Got Knockers,
Yep.
Mhm.
Cryptid HQ,
Cool Cakes
yep, Cool Cakes.
and from Rockingham. Mhm.
Rucksack Military Surplus.
Plus, yep. In
Um,
Rockingham.
And Broken Branch Designs, Elusive
Mhm.
Hair. Um,
And Richmond County Tourism Authority.
yes,
Richmond
Richmond County.
That's awesome. They did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally behind us. We couldn't be any more thrilled.
Yeah, big time.
Because that's like a weird thing with these events. Is some areas are totally in support, and some areas are totally against.
Right.
Mhm.
It's so weird. It's like it's only gonna bring money and people in.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
whether it's like we don't want all these weird people here. Like, all right, well, we have money.
We have weird
I may
money.
be weird. I may be weird, but I got money to spend while we're here.
We're cool, weird people.
Yeah.
So
We don't
it's
mean no
nice.
harm.
I'm excited for the taco factory, and they're located pretty close too to the event,
Yep.
aren't they?
Yeah. My guess would probably be about 3 miles straight down Highway 74. Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go. Anybody that's coming to the event, hit up the taco factory.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome.
We're also hoping to get Pepsi. Maybe we're waiting on them to get a response, but we'll see. To get them.
Well, I won't name names. I don't know if he's in here or not, but we have somebody that works for Pepsi.
Oh, do you?
Oh, hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Right?
Wherever you're at, he works for Pepsi in Georgia,
Ah,
so he's not too far. And then
Yeah.
shout out, Paul and Brandon won the tickets you guys graciously gave us to give away.
yeah.
Brandon is from Georgia, I believe. If I'm wrong, Brandon, I'm sorry. I can't remember if it's Georgia or South Carolina. Paul is from Northern Michigan.
Whoa.
Wow.
And he's super. Yes,
Wow. That's
Wow.
amazing.
he was super excited.
That's
Yay.
awesome, Paul. I'm excited
So
for
and
you.
then
Yeah.
Sweet.
So- Paul's a really cool. He's an author, all that stuff. He was actually at Crypticon. He's come to.
Wow.
He'll drive to these events. You know,
That's
he's
great.
a fun guy. And then Brandon, I cannot remember for the life of me if he's in Georgia or South Carolina, but you know he's relatively closer.
Okay.
Yeah,
then
I
Michigan.
messaged Paul before. I'm like, sorry. I'm like, you're gonna come, right? And he's like, yeah, I'll be there. I'm like, all right, then you won the tickets.
Oh, sweet.
Just because, just making sure, because I was going to give the
Right.
next person a lie, but he's like, nope, I'll be there.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's going to be a ball.
That
So
is
thank you again
awesome.
for doing that, guys. You know, we had a lot of fun
Yeah.
with it, and they had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
The one had a whole bunch of entries. So we gave away 2 on our Patreon page, and we gave away 2 on the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And the YouTube one had a lot of entries. So thank
Good.
you for doing that.
Good. Thank
Mhm.
y'all.
You're welcome.
I want to say real quick, we have 2 free tickets left, like right now. So whoever emails EncounterQuest51@gmail.com, whoever emails us first, like right now, we'll give
There
you
you
the
go.
2 free tickets. So it's EncounterQuest51@gmail.com.
Spooky Appalachia. Was that the email?
That might have been the email. Let me see it. So actually, let me I can just
Let's check that.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Somebody had it ready to
would
go. Spooky Appalachia, get on that. Win you some free tickets.
No, it's not. Dang it. That wasn't it.
So yeah, will you say the email one more time? Sorry, I was
But
talking.
it's EncounterQuest51@gmail.com.
Okay. There you guys go. Jump on it quick.
Yeah,
So this,
seriously.
because this is like a live stream right now. Then it'll go up to our YouTube page after this.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. You may be getting a lot of emails. Sorry in advance.
That's great.
Uh,
I'll let you know once we get one.
it's gonna be a ball. I'm super excited. Do you know? I know you said you didn't roughly know how many vendors, but enough to fill 3 rooms, which is 2 rooms and a hallway, right?
Oh, 2 rooms, a hallway, and parking lot.
Parking lot, yeah.
I forget about the outside thing.
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing I text Jess is like, "Don't put me outside, please," because I
It's
bring all
supposed
the.
to be nice that day.
I'm bringing the
It is.
equipment.
Yeah.
We- We looked at the Farmer's Almanac. It's supposed to be sunny and warm.
I'm just bringing the podcast equipment so the humidity outside and stuff can mess with it.
Yeah.
But
and it's North
that's what it was
Carolina
like.
weather. You never know.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Otherwise,
But
I'd
yeah,
rather be outside. For me personally, it's just, bringing all this
Yeah.
stuff down. It just,
Oh, yeah.
I get nervous when I see somebody walking by with a pop.
with a drink.
Don't
my
trip.
A
God.
soda. Sorry.
You didn't call
I'm
it
in
a
Northern
Coke.
Ohio. But
I
no,
was like,
so
"Oh, what's that?"
let's talk about some of the extracurricular activities because I'm very excited about that.
Oh yeah, wait! I got to tell you about Friday night. We forgot to about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Friday.
the extracurricular
Oh,
activity.
The
that's
extracurriculars.
Oh, my bad.
That's what he's talking about.
It's all good.
Yeah. So Friday night, yes, from 6 to 9. Daryl Sims, the alien hunter, is going to be putting on 2 workshops. The first one's going to be about basically he's going to go show you how you can find evidence of implants on each other, and you get to use his instruments to try and find the implants, which is really wild. And Jay, who's not with you, I'm really curious because
I'm
Jay
excited.
has had an experience.
I'm
And
99% sure he's been abducted. So Kim, you haven't had the pleasure. I'll give you the quick of the story real quick.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
We were doing an episode. So we kind of, for our show, I don't know if you've ever listened or not, but we kind of go through encounters or type things. We kind of explain them, and then we talk about what we think happened at the end.
Mm-hmm.
This Willard UFO abduction was the episode. It's here in Ohio. It was like 2010. It was a really active abduction, repeat visits, multiple sightings that nobody in the UFO community really talks about, and I don't really know why. But we start going, these kids, it actually broke this family apart, and there's actual paperwork for all this. Like, it led to a divorce, and it was a horrible situation. But we start going through these kids' abductions. And as we start going through this abduction, Jay's like, that happened to me. And we say the next thing, and Jay's like, that happened to me. And then we say the next thing, he's like, that happened to me. And he's done. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's not connecting any dots in his head, just smiling, sitting look across the table from me. And I'm like, this happens like 4 or 5 times in a row. Then finally I look at him, I'm like, I'm pretty sure you were abducted. It's like, no. I'm like, have you ever, so, abductions. Yeah. I'm like, you ever woke up, in your bed with your clothes backwards or something like that? He's like, no. But one time I was like, 10 or 12. Sorry, Wi-Fi is really bad. I woke up naked in my bed, at my grandparents' house, and I was tucked in to where I couldn't move, and all my clothes were in a pile, and I had no memory of the night, and apparently I was sleepwalking.
Oh.
And we're like, oh, you were abducted.
Yeah.
It's just, like Rachel says, he's 100%. It was crazy because we were going through these kids' abductions, and literally every step Jay had experienced in the same sequence. So that's kind of our gimmick is that Jay has no idea what we're doing before he sits down in that chair. I do all the research and I write the scripts and stuff like that, and then Jay just reacts. So that was it's Rachel over here in our chat. It's her favorite episode because it was crazy. It was literally, and he's just sitting there smiling. He's like, I wasn't abducted. He's like, I used to wake up in movie theaters and stuff like that, but I wasn't abducted. So I'm really,
that's Jay. That's Jay.
Yeah. We're gonna do that. We're gonna be there Friday night, do all that fun stuff. But
Yeah.
I think so. The phosphorescent dye stuff is what I'm really excited for, and I think Jay's gonna glow like a Christmas tree. He's probably gonna have all kinds of little metal shards in him.
All these little alien handprints.
Yeah, like, and it's just gonna be like he probably was abducted the night before. Who knows?
Daryl's gonna want to take him home with him to study him.
Like he's gonna be like, you got to come with me for a little bit.
Yeah.
But
But the second,
more metal than biology.
Right? The second workshop Daryl's doing is a handwriting analysis class because Daryl used to work in the CIA. His credentials are
I was gonna say
amazing.
he's got So I love the UFO community. UFO community doesn't love us as much.
Yeah.
But a lot of these people that come out as quote unquote experts on anything, they don't have any kind of backing. Don't have anything. He's the exact opposite. He's
Right.
got everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, even like down to a black belt, like a 4th degree black belt and some kind of karate or whatever. Like, I mean, he has a ton.
Like he's a scuba diver instructor.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
A scuba diver instructor?
Yes, he does so much.
Yeah. His CV is like pages long. It's really cool. Like, he's so well rounded.
And so
And
these are both back to back.
yeah.
Is it the same ticket?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so everybody at home, everybody's watching this after the live and stuff like that. This is a separate ticket you will purchase or an add-on right when you go to the checkout.
Yeah.
I highly advise you do it. Me and Jay are going to do it.
Yeah.
Because this is something you're not going to get the opportunity to really ever do.
Part of Roswell right here.
Yeah. I mean, when would somebody from, North Carolina, we got people, like I said, coming from Michigan, Georgia, that we know, when are you going to get the opportunity to ever do this again? And I can't remember the price, but was it $60?
60 for
That's
Friday.
not, that's not bad.
For both, yeah.
You're going to spend $60 on beer that night anyway. You might as well learn something.
Yeah, and have fun.
And it's going to be great. It's set in such an intimate setting in the lobby, so you'll be up and personal with Daryl.
Yeah,
you can ask him anything you want. He's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know when anybody would get that opportunity to have that close of an experience with someone like him.
That's what I'm saying. So that whole package you guys have put together for this event is why I think it's so cool. Also, not everybody has there's conferences with the vendors and stuff like that, and then speakers. But you got really cool speakers, and then you got this extra curricular that because you're there for the weekend anyways.
Right? Why not?
You're people take off work for this. We did Mike Cryptid HQ's West Salem event.
Yeah.
And we had people from our show that listened that came from Michigan. They came from New England and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
So they're there for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
If you're making that drive, it's awesome to have an extra thing to do while you're there from somebody that's going to be awesome to learn from.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So I can't wait to do it. I mean, for $60, that's a great thing.
It's funny because I had to mail Daryl something. I can't remember what it was, but he emailed me once he received it, and he said, I see your handwriting. And I was like, oh crap. What's he gonna say about me? And he said something like, it's very interesting, your handwriting. And then he just did like a smiley face. I was like, no.
I can't wait for him to tell me about my handwriting.
Right? Like, it's
Anybody doesn't know.
Really excited.
I have what's called an IEP, so I excel. Basically, my brain's all messed up. I excel in some areas and I dramatically fall back in others. So writing and reading, I'm very bad at. So my handwriting looks like a 9-year-old's. I'm almost 30, and it just is like I could be a doctor. It's just like just this big scratch. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But so that's gonna be really awesome. So everybody in the live, anybody wants to ask questions, now's your time to start asking them. But do I forget anything about the hotel accommodations, stuff like that?
That's
I know
right.
you have. Yeah. So can we talk about that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we've got the host hotel, which is literally exactly 1 mile down the street from the auditorium, and they've reserved some rooms for us. And I think there's a certain code they have to say. Jess, is that true? Do they have to say?
Yeah, we have it on our website under about information.
Okay. I think they have to say something like, I'm here for EncounterQuest. You have to specifically say that you're there for
special price or whatever,
so that they give you the discounted price for the room. Yeah. And then there's 5 miles down the street, there's the Marriott. So they got really nice rooms at the Marriott. And if for some reason you can't find a room in Rockingham, Laurinburg is the next town over, and they are like 15 minutes away.
Mhm.
15, 20, somewhere around there. But Laurinburg's really nice. They have all kinds of hotels. Like you will not run out of hotel space in Laurinburg, and all
Okay.
kinds of food. So if
Yeah.
you can't get yourself into Rockingham, just look at Laurinburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have a question. You said 15 minutes away. I'm
Mhm.
not sure what that means in North Carolina or Georgia or anything like that. But in Ohio, that's kind of a loaded statement.
Is it?
That just means within an hour.
No, it's not like that.
Okay.
Like,
Like, if you
literally.
ever up here in Ohio and somebody says it's just 15 minutes away, it's not.
It's really,
It's not. It means it's under an hour. It may be 58 minutes away.
That's
But
great.
it's just something we lie. The Midwest lies.
Mhm.
We trick outsiders.
Yeah, here 15 is 15.
It truly is. Yeah.
Give or take
Okay.
a few.
Yeah.
That's gonna be really exciting, and it's gonna be really fun. And a mile away is
Yeah.
that's nice
Yeah.
because we're not the best morning people.
Well, it's nice for speakers too.
Yeah,
Like just in case you forget something.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just right
can-
there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You make Jay
Yeah.
run back and get it.
Yeah.
Jay's
There you go.
super nervous to speak, just so you guys know.
Aw, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be great.
So I've been the public presenter. He's gonna be fine. He's been
Gotcha.
practicing his stories and all that stuff all the time.
Okay.
But it's funny because it's like I publicly speak. Like I do the poultry committee stuff. I do all this other stuff. So
Mhm.
I go in front of people and talk all the time. So he's just a little nervous.
Yeah.
But so we're getting some questions. But
Well, just to let you know about the auditorium too, the Cole Auditorium,
Yeah.
they have been amazing throughout this entire thing. Like they're awesome. When Kim and I wanted to find a place to have this at, we wanted it to be well lit. We wanted it to where you could actually see the speaker's presentation and you could hear it very well. And that where the seats were comfortable. In this place, Cole just hit everything. It's in an auditorium with like a movie theater screen. So you shouldn't have a problem seeing the screen or hearing,
Mm-hmm.
so it should be really amazing. Like, I really hope they play several Sierra sounds because
Oh my
you imagine
gosh.
sitting there listening?
No. I
And
hope so
can't wait.
too.
Like, wow. Yeah.
So we were at last event I was at with Ron was Bigfoot and Brews in Michigan. It was an outdoor event, and he plays several sounds and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And I think that it's an outdoor event, so it's a little harder to hear. So in a full size auditorium,
Yeah.
that's going to be really good.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
And then anybody, once again, start getting your questions in before we start wrapping it up here. I'm not rushing anybody. I'm not rushing you guys away.
No,
I know we talked about everything on that list
Yeah.
I sent Jess, but
Yeah.
I have one more story for you. So it's kind of a cool thing, and I'm really excited for Daryl's thing because he does a lot about the fluorescent dyes
Mhm.
in people's skin.
Mm-hmm.
I was a fish biologist. We did a tagging survey with fluorescent dyes we would inject into perch. So sorry, I need to get better Wi-Fi. They were color coded. So, and that's what he talks about that. So that's what I'm
Mhm.
super excited for to
Yeah.
talk to him about. Because literally I did the exact same thing he's saying that these extraterrestrials did. Or not, I don't even say, extraterrestrials. These people that had these, visits and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do to fish. I had it. I literally
Wow.
had the light that we would shine on the fish to see the glowing patch.
Wow.
Mhm.
Blues, reds, yellows.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm like. They're doing it to people. Like it's just,
Wow.
and I think some abductions may be government. So that would make sense too in my brain, just because it's like the same stuff we inject in fish doesn't kill the fish,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it makes them glow under a black light.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
let's see
that's
who
awesome.
we had in here. And I'm going to go ahead and put the art back up for a minute while we wrap up, if you guys are okay with that.
Yeah. Oh, and the Cole Auditorium, just really quick, their seats are super padded. And we know that when you're going to be sitting there for 8 hours listening to, speakers, your butt's gonna get sore. So it's their seats are very comfortable.
Yeah. And also mention the price. I don't know if we mentioned the price of the ticket.
Oh no, please do.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so they're $25. Is that right, Jess?
Yeah, 25.
Okay, $25, and that gets you in all day. And then we've got $20 for senior citizens and first responders, military,
veterans.
Yeah.
And then kids 12 and under are free.
12 and under are free. Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
And that's a really good price. You know, we trying to remember, we did 13 events last year, and I think we're set up to do, I don't know how many this year, a lot. And $25 is definitely on the affordable side for these events. And then the $60 is a lot, is affordable for what you're getting for that too. So if you do everything, you're $85 in. You know, we did conferences last year that was just $50 to get in the door, or $60 to just get in the door. Let alone, you know, so this, I think, I can't wait. It's going to be such an amazing event all through the whole weekend. So if you guys don't mind, we'll read some stuff and we'll give some shout outs if everybody's, if you're okay with that.
We're good.
So Barry, I said, I wish I could go. Missouri is a little far. You can make that drive, Barry.
I'm sorry, Barry.
We had Indian Lake Fishing Reports. That's Tosh. Hi, Tosh. Rachel was in here. Cole Paul, which is Daphne. She did the artwork that we're all looking at right now. So once again, that will be, so we're going to do this for all of our speaking events this year. This is our first speaking event for the year, but it'll be it's a custom print that's only for this event. When the 50 are sold, they're sold. So, you know, that's, and then of course, everybody wants them signed or anything.
Yeah.
Spooky Appalachia was here. Are you guys going to be there? You better be. Virginia's not that far.
North Carolina.
What'd you say?
Appalachia, aren't they in are they in West Virginia or Tennessee?
They're in West Virginia.
Okay.
I mess it up constantly. There's too many people that I try to keep everybody straight.
No, it's understandable.
Rachel said, I love the extra activities being offered at this event.
Yay. Rachel, are you coming?
I'm trying. Rachel, you better email about those free tickets.
Right?
So they haven't. Here's a question. How long after the abduction will that glow? As far as I know, I watched some of his YouTube videos and stuff like that, so I'm obviously not an expert, but I think it lasts forever. When we put it in fish, we caught fish that had it, 5 or 6 years, and they were still glowing like you just put it in yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that too. From what it seems like, it's there. Almost like a tattoo or something.
Yeah, it pretty much is a tattoo. It's just one you can only see under black light or whatever light he's using. I know when we did it with fish, it was literally a little handheld black light.
I think that's what they use. I think.
Yeah, I think he has a little bit. I think he has a little bit of a special one.
Probably.
But it was just What else? Justin Lamb was in here. Jay will definitely do great. I know he will. He just gets nervous about the weirdest stuff. Stonebender. So Stonebender here. Stonebender actually is the leader of the Jay fan club.
Oh, really?
Jay has his own fan club.
What?
Like, it's completely separate from us. There you go. The secret society of sorts.
That's awesome.
Oh, sorry. He commented something funny. Nicholas, I'm so excited that I'm close to this. Are you coming? Or sorry, is that Nicole?
Nicole.
No, Nicole. They're super small for me.
Oh yeah.
So it's just like I can't see them. So Nicole, are you coming to this event? You better. There's free tickets. Email.
Just remember, for the Friday night event, you gotta buy the tickets online.
Yes.
Not at the door. They have to be pre-bought. Yeah, because
so
it just has its limited seating.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh,
and as of right
Rachel.
now, no, I'm not coming. You better come, Rachel. Come on. Stonebender, I'm not going to read that out loud. He's being goofy. Nicole says, yes, she's coming.
Oh, yay, Nicole.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So 1 out of the 5 people that are watching this live is coming to the event. That's pretty good numbers, in my opinion. So I want to thank you guys for coming on. I know I've already kept you. I can't believe it's been an hour already.
Has it really? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Close to
Is
it.
there anything that you guys want to add, or anything we forget to go over, or anything like that?
I don't think. Do you?
No,
I feel like we hit.
all the major points. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the Daryl stuff, buy your tickets beforehand. You can't buy those at the door. I highly advise you guys to get them. Me and Jay will be there. I'm buying mine this Friday. We're super excited. You guys got an awesome vendor lined up. It's going to be, it's a variety show too, which I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we kind of talked about that earlier, is that, you know, I love the Bigfoot conferences, but it's, you know, when it's Bigfoot, it can get a little old if you're not just into Bigfoot.
Right.
You know, and that's not going to happen here. So that's awesome. You guys got awesome food set up. The Taco Factory, a place literally called the Taco Factory, is going to be sponsored the event. Going to have food set up. Go there. It's going to be awesome. And they are sponsors of the event, which is amazing.
Yeah.
You guys got some pretty cool sponsors.
Thank you.
So tickets online. You can buy tickets to the main event at the door. You can't buy the tickets for Daryl Sims online. I'm trying to just go back over.
And on our website is EncounterQuest.com. So,
EncounterQuest.com.
yeah.
No
you get
space.
all the information there.
We also have event T-shirts on sale
Yeah.
There
on
we
our
go.
website. Yep.
Can you
Awesome.
show them yours? Like I have mine, but I can't really see it.
Where am I at? There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Bigfoot UFO in the portal.
Yeah, that's right.
Yay.
Awesome. Sweet.
So you guys go get your event T-shirts. I think that's it, though. I appreciate you guys coming on and kind of helping me announce what we're doing. And thank you again for giving us this opportunity.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
thank you so
thank
much.
you.
We can't wait.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to meeting you.
All right, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
All right, this will end, but hang on for just a second.
Okay.
All right, guys,
Thank you.
goodbye. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.